So this week in class we spoke about employee culture, and something that really stood out to me was a memo issued to BHP staff about their workplace. I just found it completely ludicrous, and the fact that it could even be considered positive for the working environment just completely perplexed me. It had things like you weren't allowed to listen to music, like with your headphones in, you weren't allowed to eat or drink anything other than water at your work desk. I think businesses these days have to be socially responsible. And when the question was asked what makes a great employee culture in class, one of the main things was being socially responsible to not only the external environment and the people in it, but also to your employees. I mean, that's why we have the invention of the triple bottom line for profit. I think a successful company no longer has to churn out a profit, but it has to make a positive difference to the internal community and also the external community that it lives within. As we said a few weeks ago with Hofstede's cultural dimensions, that comparison we did with Saudi Arabia, Australians have a very high sense of individualism. So by implementing these rules, it's more of like a prison. It kind of strips the employee of any personal identity that they might have and creates a very hostile work environment for a place that's essentially meant to be their second home. I think it's important to note that people perform better if they feel that they're respected and are vital to the success of an organisation. Companies need to be transparent these days with internal and external stakeholders. Employees need to be kept in the loop with objectives, so with an opportunity, they have an opportunity to input their ideas. So gone are the days where company strategies were seen to be secret. It actually reminded me, kind of bringing out the inner child, reminded me of the movie Willy Wonka, where Willy Wonka's chocolate factory was so successful in dominating the confectionery industry, so spies from other companies were sent into the chocolate factory to kind of uncover the recipe to his success. So I think in my view, it might mean that those spies would have had a very easy job and they wouldn't have even had to step foot in the chocolate factory to know the key strategies that Willy Wonka was using. But I think we need to remember two things: that firstly, companies shouldn't have to steal successful tactics from each other, as each company is different and they can't fit into an exact organisational plan of another company. Each one has their key place in the industry, and what might work for one company might not work for another. So everything does have to be tailored in every department to make a successful business. You can't just be a copycat. And I think if all employees, if they knew what Willy Wonka wanted to achieve, then you could imagine how much product turnover would amount, as everyone is working from the same recipe, everyone's working towards those same key objectives. I think transparency and communication is so vital, and it is considered what makes a good employee culture. So I think we definitely can't underestimate the importance of this.